But do you know whose face I wouldn't lay these nuts on? Where is it? Skip the intros. There they are.
Kakenuke 青春スパーキング
I don't know how well mixed the audio is. Especially because, well, that's, you know, I adjusted some of them because, like, obviously system setting you can hear, right? BGM you can hear, voice you can hear, system voice not really. Background voice definitely can't. Music, movie, no. Ritsu and Shiori.
マイクテストでマイクのテストを行いマイクのテストを行います。あ、
right.
まだ話してないので。Hello YouTube.
Well, that's a good way to start. Hello YouTube. Hang on, let me do it again. No, I meant what do you mean?
コンフィグ画面よ。
Take off everyone else. Oh, right. There.
です。マイクの
There. Hiragi and Ritsu.
マイクのテストを行います。あ、まだ話してないので。Hello YouTube.
Yes. Hello YouTube. Today we are starting off with a new visual novel. This one being Kakenuke. Forward, Kakenuke Seishun Sparking. Yeah, that's a title and a half. I know nothing about this visual novel outside of the fact that the blue-haired girl has this weird headband that is like meant to emulate cat ears, but like I don't know how she's able to stay it on her, keep it on her head. Maybe the headband, you know, wraps, continues past the ears, right? Something. But either way, this is once again another blind ass playthrough. So I can't really say much. So let's don the new attire, right? I'm a cat now. Who is your favorite based on looks? Obviously the redhead. But either way, let's get into it, shall we? I don't know how good the why did I get an achievement for starting the game? It was before school officially started for the day. During morning homeroom, an unfamiliar girl approached the podium. Why did I get an achievement for seeing her CG? Oh, she's a transfer student. Once I pieced that together, I turned my eyes back to the workbook in front of me. Let's see. If I were to assume that the sphere simultaneously passes through these four vertices... Damn, I really need to work on solving these problems more often. I'm on Ritsu's route right now. I think I'm almost finished with it. I thought you finished the game. The student seated immediately to my right, our class president, Kashima Didi. Oh, I'm gonna hate saying her name. Riri. Yeah, sure. Poke me on the shoulder. Sorry, Kashima. 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 Yeah. If you need something, ask me later. This problem is pretty tough.
そうじゃなくて、ちゃんと小日向さんの挨拶を聞いてあげてください。
I got an achievement for meeting Riri. Who's that?
ですから、転校生さんの名前ですよ。
Oh, their name is Kohinata. What a name. Okay, got it. If that's all, then I gave her a thumbs up and a firm nod. This guy. Then I turned my attention back to my workbook.
遠野くん、そうじゃなくて。
Kashima and I were off in a corner of the class. Of course you are. That's classic anime cliche. Corner of the classroom. So the transfer student kept her self-introduction going, even as we had our little squabble.
この学園を選んだ理由はいろいろあるんだけど、大きな理由は2つ。まずは自由な興奮。いいわ、最高よね。何をやってもいいってことだもんね。
なあユウ、あの転校生拡大解釈しすぎてないか？
This time it was my neighbor to the left, my childhood friend, Kagudazaka. Okay, yeah, Shinji, who spoke to me. Who cares? She's free to interpret it however she wants. Nice. Solved it. I took a breather and looked at Shinji.
しかしあの女、リア充感半端ないな。
Yeah, she seemed pretty outgoing. Just because she's extroverted doesn't mean she's a normie. What? Man, those big clear eyes were brimming with vitality. Those very blue eyes contrasted by her very red hair. Yeah. Her cute face and nice figure meant she'd likely be popular. Likely the type who relished her youth. My polar opposite. And that's why she's the mascot. Mascot.
ウェイって言ってたりして。
Poster child. Yeah. Go make friends and cheer with her.
無茶言うな。
I bet you could pull it off. Put your best foot forward and change your character class into a more cheery person.
やだよ、俺女怖いし。
I'm scared of women. Me too. Such a waste. He had a handsome face too. Okay.
遠野くん、神楽坂くん、2人ともちゃんと小日向さんの挨拶を。
Yeah, but why? Okay, next problem.
私の話を聞いてください、師匠。
Excuse me? Kachima grabbed and shook me by the shoulders. Don't call me master.
なので、私もこの自由な校風にあやかって、
She's still yapping.
新しい部を立ち上げることにしました。
What is it going to be called?
その名は行動部。通称はアクティブ。
What? Active.
とにかく楽しく前向きに行動して悔いのない青春を送るための部よ。
おいユウ、あの転校生いきなりすごいこと言い出したぞ。
すごく積極的ですね。
It's great that she's bursting with energy. I replied while solving previous exam questions.
お前は小学校の担任か？
遠野くん、達観しすぎです。
Too philosophical? It had nothing to do with me though. Sudden arrival of the beautiful transfer student would change absolutely nothing in my life. Except that it will change absolutely everything in your life because you're an arrogant protagonist. I wasn't going to fall in love or anything. I didn't have time to get wrapped up in all that youth nonsense.
もちろん部長はこの私が責任を持ってやるわ。そして副部長は私の忠実なしもべであり右腕となる。
Please, please don't say my name. Don't say it, please.
彼よ。
Fuck. Russell. The mood in the classroom shifted in an instant. My mechanical pencil continued running across the page.
どうのか。
ゆう。お前。
What's going on? Curious, I raised my head. Hey, what's gotten into all of you? The reason quickly became clear. The transfer student standing at the podium, Kohinata. Oh, I'm gonna mispronounce her name a lot, aren't I? Kohinata Hibiki had raised her right pointer finger straight at me. God damn it! If I had a nickel for every time a girl named Hibiki had red hair and blue eyes, I'd have 2 nickels. She was pointing at me.
そう、あんたよ。
No. I shook my head side to side. Why me? Don't you have me mistaken for someone else? I don't think there's anyone. I don't think there's anyone behind you.
人違いなんてするわけないじゃない。私があんただって言ってるんだから間違いないわ。
But why? This transfer student refused to listen to a single word out of my mouth. Is it because he was the only one not paying attention to your speech? Far from it, in fact.
私と一緒にこれから超頑張るのよ。
Somewhere in this girl's mind, she had decided she was going to work me ragged. Hold on a second. Could we take a second and talk about this?
何を話し合うっていうのよ。
What if I were to say no? And how about the risks involved?
却下よ。
Risks? You're horrible. Was there no limit to her arrogance? At least explain why. Kohinata.
小日向さん？ちょっとどうしてそんなに他人行儀なのよ。信じらんない。
That's my line. Kohinata, we are strangers.
他人じゃないわよ。
We are complete and total strangers. And then she's like, no, we're not strangers anymore. Didn't we just meet a second ago?
いいえ、私たちはとっくに他人じゃないわ。
Yeah, okay. How do you figure? Also, stop making comments that are begging to be misunderstood.
あんた、マジで私がわかんないの？
The transfer student's eyes narrowed and her lips tightened into a scowl.
後で話があるから、校舎裏まで来てよね。
Okay, what's going on? Why? How did I get wrapped up in this mess with the brand new transfer student? Brutal.
いいから絶対来るのよ。遠野優。響ちゃんは待ってるからね。
Nah. How did she know my name? And Hibiki? I'm not saying the chant, even if it's part of the name. God damn it.
こら、何してんの？写 っさと行くわよ。いいよ。あんたは私のためにすっごく頑張るのよ。
Even when they were kids. It can't be. You're... Yeah, okay.
まさか、ユウが私のこと忘れちゃってたなんてね。
Sorry. This is my bad. For real. Break time. I put my hands together and apologized to my sour-looking childhood friend standing in front of me. As an aside, we met up in the schoolyard instead, and she let me off the hook.
あんなに一緒に遊んだ女の子、普通忘れる？
Excuse me? But you... I bit my tongue before I finished my thought. Be blood, she's changed a ton. I never imagined she'd turned out to be so beautiful.
だって何よ。
We've grown up a lot, and we don't exactly look the same as we used to.
私は一目でユウのこと分かったのに？
Well, that's because he's the main protagonist. He doesn't really change much, you know? Are you suggesting I haven't grown up?
成長はしてるわよ。背も私より高いし、顔つきもキリッとしてる。思ってたよりずっとかっこよくなってたわ。
As Hibiki spoke, she reached her hand out to me.
って届かないじゃないの。
Huh?
ユウ、ちょっとかがんで。
Why?
いいからかがんで。
Whoa! She grabbed both my hands and tugged me downward.
そうそう、これくらいよ。
She gave my head a couple of pats. That was one of her quirks. Well, thank you. I was a little embarrassed, but better to just leave well enough alone. Yeah. She would probably complain if I stood upright anyway.
だけど、やっぱりユウはユウよね。醸し出すオーラの色がいかにもユウなのよ。
Excuse me? The color of your attribute. Well, I mean... What's the color of my aura exactly? This conversation suddenly took a spiritual turn.
土系色？
Oh, he's got the poo brown color. Earthly?
なんか地味なのよね、ユウって。花がないっていうか。
Oh, so like a self-insert. Yeah. You're horrible. We only just reunited after who knows how long. Why was she being so mean?
あんたって昔から全然活動的じゃなかったでしょ？
Yeah. Moved a little long, not a long time ago, but still.
でも安心して。私はユウのそういうとこ結構好きだから。
Glad to hear it. Hearing her say she liked any part of me was going to make me blush. Anyway, that's how little you think of me. Talk about brutal.
私は逆に活動的すぎるから、似た者同士だと反発し合っちゃう。だからユウのその感じ、私は嫌いじゃないわ。
This part of her really hadn't changed. Hibiki had grown up to be a gorgeous young woman, with femininity oozing from every pore. I had grown tall to the point that I had to lean over like I was now, or else Hibiki's hand wouldn't reach my head. Many years had passed since we last saw each other.
そんなことより、あんた、またその口癖。
She gave my cheek a quick pinch. Ow.
そのつれーって口癖、まだ言ってるの？
You'll want to talk. You'll want to talk when you haven't fixed that violent side of yours either.
私の愛情表現よ。
Yeah, but you're not a Are you a tsundere? Never mind. Your affection hurts. I preferred some softer love.
本当に仲のいい子にしかしないもん。
Sure don't have that mixed up with convenient. Do you have any idea how much you victimized me in the old days?
何それ、言いがかりよ。私、子供の頃から優しい女の子だもん。思い出してみなさいよ。私との楽しい思い出を。
Fun memories with you indeed. At her request, I took a moment to think back.
今日はスケボーで遊ぼう。
Hibiki, you could skate? You could skate. Awesome.
じゃあ、この坂道のてっぺんから一緒に滑走よ。
Huh? Isn't it dangerous for two people to ride one board? Also, this is a walkway.
いいからいいから。きっとすっごい楽しいわよ。
Don't drag me.
レッツラッゴー。
This is torment. I'm scared. Eek!
楽しい。
It's not fun. It's brutal.
行くわよ。360キックフリップ。
Excuse me? Eek.
こらこのガキども道路を暴走するな。
ごめんなさい。
We're sorry.
懐かしくも美しい思い出よね。
I'm surprised it didn't end off with them crashing the skateboard. Hibiki looked spellbound. It is nostalgic, but far from beautiful. I felt downcast at least. Don't tell me my aura turned earthly because of her. I remember getting chewed out hard after that.
他にもいろいろしたわよね。
My words had clearly fallen on deaf ears.
山に土の子を探しに行ったり、
Nearly got hurt because of it.
海で財宝を探したり、
And nearly drowned. Every experience had been traumatic. Majorly brutal.
もう、あんたはどうしてそう物事の悪い面ばかり見るのよ。
Because you're too positive. I wish she would tone down her enthusiasm, if only a little.
とにかく、私はね、また楽しく遊びたいのよ。ゆう、また一緒に遊ぼう。二人でアクティブを盛り上げて、一緒に悔いのない青春を送るのよ。
Hibiki reached her hand out to me again. This time directly. As if to say, let's shake on it. I gazed at her hand for a few moments. Sorry, Hibiki. I've made up my mind to not join any club. I didn't take her hand.
どうしてよ。
The thing is, a lot happened in my family after you and I parted ways. I'll be blunt. We're poor. It wasn't a topic I wanted to discuss. I tried to keep things as vague as possible. My sister Ritsu and I are here on scholarship. We're exempt from all tuition fees and receive financial assistance. Unfortunately, it's still not enough, and I cover the rest with my part-time job at a restaurant. An irrevocable condition of my scholarship is to rank among the top 10 students in my year.
小学生。ゆうが？
I've got no choice, as I do nothing but study and go to work. Not like me at all, is it?
そうだったの。
Her expression turned gloomy. Finally! Finally, a high school main character that's smart and actually studies. But it's because he's forced to. Fuck!
まさか、 あんたとリツがそんなことに。ごめん。
Huh? Why are you apologizing?
気づいてあげられなかったから。
You and your family moved away, so there's no way you could have known. I've been keeping up with my classes, and I've got some spare cash from work. Don't worry about it too much, okay? I felt an aching sting deep down in my chest. In that moment, I didn't understand what that ache meant.
ユウは今ピンチなのね。口癖のごとく辛い状態なのね。
Yeah, more or less.
ねえ、ユウ。私。あんたが羨ましいわ。
Huh? Say what now? I can't believe my ears.
だからあんたが羨ましいのよ。
Were you even listening to me? How did you hear me right? Hey, did you hear me right? I definitely told her we were poor. What part of that could you possibly twist to make it sound even remotely enviable? I didn't have a clue what she was thinking.
ユウ、辛いって字と幸せって字は似てるでしょ？
What? They share similar letters, I guess.
そうよ。10にすることが大切よね。
No! How does this work? How does this line of thinking work in Japanese? What are you trying to get at?
わかんない子ね。
Ibiki shook her head incredulously.
つまり十分辛い目にあった人は幸せになれるってことなのよ。
What? What kind of backward logic was that?
つまりユウは今つれーじゃなくて幸せの途中をハッピーロードを突き進んでいる真っ最中なのよ。羨ましいぞこの子の。
She jabbed me with her elbow. That way of thinking doesn't make any sense. There were limits to how positive you can be. But that insane logic, she's basically saying that poor people prosper. Being poor was brutal enough without putting a positive spin on it.
あんたは辛いんじゃなくて幸せの途中。これからはつれーじゃなくて幸せって言えばいいのよ。
No way. Am I some kind of masochist? This is brutal.
だからその口癖はやめなさいってば。こんな幼馴染修正してやるわ。
Ow. Hey, Hibiki, cut it out. She popped me with a few hollow punches to the back. However, that weren't nearly as harsh as the ones I received from her as a kid. A lot of time had passed since then, after all.
わかった。
Plagued by such thoughts, her punches soon stopped.
ユウ、あんたもしかしていっぱい
What?
つれっていうことでたくさんの幸せを手にしようって魂胆ね。
Excuse me? Isn't your interpretation a little too broad? If what Hibiki said were true, then this would just be a single waypoint to the path of prosperity and happiness. That chance encounter wasn't romantic in the slightest.
わかったわ。この私、響ちゃんに任せて。
Huh?
ユウのこと私が幸せにしてあげるわ。
I just reunited with my outwardly adorable and transcendently positive childhood friend.
さあ、これから最高に楽しい毎日がやってくるわよ。楽しみね、ユウ。
Her smile sparkled without a shred of malice. With that, let me sum this up with in a couple of brief words. This was brutal as hell.
遠野くんに小日向さん。よかった。予鈴が鳴ってもいないから心配してたんですよ。
As I stepped into the room, Kashima's reassuring expression came into my view. You made Kashima worry. Oh, because of your relentless bullying, Hibiki.
ちょっと、人聞き悪いこと言わないでくれる？ユウが変な口癖やめないからでしょ？響ユウ？
I surprised Kashima stared at us incredulously. Stop saying that word.
短い間に随分親しくなったんですね。
ユウ、お前、もしかしてリア充に、陽キャに、はあ、俺の心の友が新参女子に寝取られた。
Never! No! Don't say that! Never! Shinji held his head in his hands and vented his grief. Knock it off, would you? People will get the wrong idea about us. Yeah. Especially with fucking... when you say NTR. This was a BL free zone.
誰が新参女子なのよ。
お前のことだ。
私は10年前からユウと親友なのよ。むしろ新参者はあんたの方よ。名もなき男子生徒。
神楽坂真司だ。名前はちゃんとある。お前だってちっとも怖くないんだからな。
At least Shinji isn't the main protagonist.
神楽坂くん、机の下に隠れながら言っても説得力が。
You need to get over your distrust of women, and fast. He was such a handsome guy, too. You are not beating the BL allegations with those kinds of comments. It was a legit waste.
それより遠野くん、小日向さんとはどんなご関係なんですか？
A loving relationship. You wanna know, Kashima?
気になります。
I want to see where Shinji is the protagonist of a VN. Nope. She said that with a serious look in her eyes. Well, it's like Hibiki said. Put it simply, Hibiki's the kind of girl you can't shake off, and she's nothing more than a childhood friend with a wild side.
誰が粗暴な幼馴染よ、誰が。
Yeah, what are you talking about? She's always got she doesn't have a wild side, she's just wild. Ow, ow, ow. She nailed me with a chicken wing face lock, otherwise known as a grapple hold from behind. Wait, her chest was pressed straight up against me.
離れてください、小日向さん。ちょっと、何するのよ。
Kashima intervened and peeled Hibiki off of me. Phew, I was saved.
小日向さんが遠野くんとどういう関係か知りませんが、いくらなんでもやりすぎです。
Yeah, that's right.
今さら何言ってるのよ。私とユウの仲じゃん。
Could you not latch onto me in public? Also, would it kill you to be a little more modest and well-mannered?
はい。私もそう思います。小日向さんは遠野くんにベタベタしすぎです。でも私とユウはずっとこうだったし。別に良くない？私は平気。ユウも平気だし。
But She drowned out my complaint without a second thought. This damn self-centered childhood friend.
でも、教室での風紀の乱れは委員長として看過できません。
Yeah, what happened to the bell rang?
さあ、離れて離れて。
Hibiki finally yet reluctantly let go of Kashima's prompting. Let go at Kashima's prompting.
あなた、鹿島さんだっけ？ええ、鹿島リリです。よろしくお願いします。小日向響さん。あ、うん、よろしくね。ってそうじゃなくて、あなたもユウを狙ってるんでしょ。
Yes. Huh? What on earth was she talking about?
はい。私、遠野くん狙ってます。
Not a shred of hesitation. Huh? And now that, and now what were you saying, President?
遠野くん、ぜひ我がボランティア部に入ってください。
Ah. That was how she meant it. It made sense now. Yeah, definitely how she meant it. Kashima was club president of the volunteer collective, more commonly known as the Negative? What are these names? She randomly extended me an invite to join.
遠野くん、うちはネガティブなんて名前じゃありません。
Were you reading my mind just now or something?
遠野くんに影響されて最近独身術を学んでいますから。
そうだぞユウ、俺たちの部はそんな変な名前じゃない。
The Negative. Whoa. The handsome guy subbing under the desk crawled out and clung to me.
もしかしてこっちもライバルなの？
そうだ、ユウは渡さないからな。
You are not beating the BL allegations, you. You've got it all wrong.
そんなこと言うなよ。
Too close. Let go. You're breathing on me. I clutched both of Shinji's shoulders and pushed him back.
なんだよ、いいだろ別に。
It sure is.
俺はちゃんと毎食後歯磨きしてるし。ミントの香りするだろ。
The smell isn't the issue.
じゃあ何がダメなんだよ。
I wish he would realize the fundamental problem. Guys don't cling to each other. Yeah, it's gay if two guys do it, but it's fine if two girls do it, alright? He doesn't understand that. Come on, just give me some space.
そうすれば変な名前の部活じゃないって分かってくれるのか？
Yeah, I get it already.
いやー、ちゃんとこうして向かい合って話せばちゃんと伝わるんだな。
Don't speak like that. I keep telling you, don't get so close to my face.
おっと、悪い。ああ、そうだ。もう一つユウに言いたいことがあるんだった。
What? There's more?
俺、お前に相談があるんだよ。だから放課後、部室に来てくれ。
Did some new strange girl confess to you again?
なあ、お前独身術か？
ユウすごい。さすが私のお師匠様ですね。
Riri, 99% of this guy's problems are centered around girls. Yes, Kagurazaka Shinji was handsome enough of a guy to overshadow the average idol. Additionally, he didn't have a mean bone in his body. This man had a perfectly kind personality, even toward children and the elderly. He was such an excellent specimen that it was only natural that a stampede of girls would approach him, except for the fact that he is scared of women. But
どうして学園の女子たちは毎日俺をからかうんだ？
Shinji's shoulders dropped dejectedly. He had severe distrust of women. I don't think they're making fun of you.
からかってるに決まってるだろ。 俺は言うほど成績良くねえし、何も取り柄がない。
You listed off one thing that you is better than you at. Fuck. You listed off one thing and said there he has no redeeming qualities.
こんな俺なんかがモテるわけがないんだ。
I'm so sick of hearing you say that about yourself. I thought it was a joke the first time he said it. You should start by taking a look in the mirror.
見てるぞ。身だしなみをきちんとしないとますます人に嫌われるし。
Nobody hates you when you're clearly the opposite. When it's clearly the opposite. You got love letters from girls every day from crying out loud. Crying out loud.
あの子たちは俺を陥れようとしてるんだよ。陰謀なんだよ。
Why is he so distrustful of women? What did his ex cheat on him or something? What? Oh, really? Sounds rough.
そうなんだよ。俺のことを分かってくれるのはお前だけだ。
All I knew was that Shinji was an emotional wreck.
神楽坂くんのネガティブ思考は全然治りそうにありませんね。そのせいでうちの部はネガティブと揶揄されているのですが。
Yeah, that's where the weird name came from.
え？俺のせいだったの？すまん、鹿島部長。すまん。
A steady flow of tears spewed from Shinji's eyes. Finding a lame enough guy who could weep openly like this was rare. Kashima, get some male club members to join. You should chill out if there are members of the same sex around.
はい、だから遠野くんを勧誘してるんです。
I mean, if I want to cry, I'd see where I am, right? I've said this before, but I'm busy with work and my studies.
もちろん空いた時間だけで構いません。親友の神楽坂くんを助けると思って。ああ、神楽なんとかを出しに YOU を勧誘するなんてずるい。
Hibiki, please remember people's names properly.
YOU はゆうべアクティブに入るって言ったもん。
I did not. We only just talked about a little while ago.
言ったってば。私の夢の中で。
You can only be so pushy. I wish she would share some of that confidence with Shinji.
では、放課後待ってますから。我がボランティア部で有意義な青春をぜひ。何言ってるのよ。有意義な青春はアクティブでこそ送れるんだから。ユウ、私と部活で青春しようよ。
Could we talk about this later? Class is about to start. I left it at that and took my seat. It's not like I could join either club right now anyway. It was clear that neither Hibiki nor Kashima understood. This whole youth topic, that is. In truth, youth was. After school, I gave Hibiki and Kashima the slip and stuck out of the academy. I doubted that they would chase me down this far out, even if they noticed I was missing. Nah, Hibiki sounds like someone who would.
すみません。アンケートお願いします。
What was this woman soliciting exactly? Curious or not, I didn't want to waste my time and get to work late. I'm not religious.
宗教の勧誘じゃありません。
Sorry, but I'm in a hurry.
簡単なアンケートなんです。すぐに終わりますから。
She was hounding me like a dog.
もう2時間もやってるのに、誰も相手にしてくれないんですよ。交渉ですから、さらさらっと答えてくれれば。
She was nearly in tears. What choice do I have? Fine, make it fast, okay?
やった！ 1問だけですから。
Huh? Just one? I took a look at the sheet she handed me. Question. What does youth mean to you? What the fuck?
どうしてあからさまに辛そうな顔になるんですか？
Because it's such an open-ended question. What do you mean? Yeah, it's just it's one question, but it's like the most philosophical question you could ask. Why was everyone so obsessed with the topic of youth? Brutal.
お若いのに青春アレルギーですか？
What sort of constitution would give you that allergy?
あなたの思ったことをそのまま書いてくれれば。
Sure, but please don't expect any feel-good answers. I took the pen she offered and wrote down a single word. I considered youth. Don't you dare say brutal. Here you are. I returned the form to the woman. She read over my answer and said,
ありがとうございました。
I shrugged her off and ran off. I couldn't afford to be late for work. What is that? Is that a fucking cat on the left? What? Thank you for your patience. Here is your Kazumi Bay seafood paella. And for the young lady, here's your kids meal. It was yet another day of hard work. Scholarship student or not, working was part of my daily routine. I'm assuming he wrote down brutal, right? Yes. Even a guy like me, whose favorite catchphrase was brutal, would slap on a happy-go-lucky smile when interacting with customers.
どっちも美味しそうね、ひなちゃん。
ねえねえ、ひなちゃんもそれ欲しい。
そう？すみません。
Yes, ma'am. I have them right here. I brought individual plates to the table before she could ask.
まあ、なんて気が利いた店員さんなの？
お兄ちゃんかっこいい。
Please take your time and enjoy your food. After giving them a bright smile, I bowed and quietly stepped away. There was no hesitation in my movements whatsoever. I was a veteran waiter with no blind spots.
遠野くん、相変わらず素晴らしい接客だね。
What the fuck is he wearing? When I stepped into the back, the manager greeted me with applause. Thank you very much. You know what? Maybe I should have used that as the attire. The fucking pirate hat with the horns. Well, it would be great if your accolades were reflected in my pay.
その時給にこだわりすぎるところさえなければ最高なんだけど。
I think it's impossible for him to not be fixated on his wages considering that he has no money. And he needs money to live. I'm sorry I have a lot of expenses to worry about this month.
遠野くんの事情は分かってるけどね。
No, you aren't.
遠野くんは先月あげたばっかだし。
Life is brutal. I sat in the corner of the room and hugged my knees.
落ち込みすぎじゃない？さっきまでの英国紳士的な笑顔はどこに？
I've always been the asocial type. Wait, aren't around half of the smiles in this world forced? Even idols only smile during handshake events, right? What is that face? I started to sulk and was on the verge of falling to the dark side. But they only smile at people who buy their CDs.
そんなことないよ。あの子たちは夢に向かって日々笑顔で頑張って。
But in the end, none of them will marry their fans, right? What happened to you? What did you did you fall in love with an idol and get rejected?
そんなことはない。
Why are you acting like you're speaking from experience?
少なくとも僕の推しのニコちゃんだけは違う。
Even Nico smokes in her green room. Handshake offenses are obnoxious. But even if I say that, I'm sure your managers complain to them. I'm sure their managers complained to them. I shared the ugly truths of this world with the manager. I didn't actually know if that was true though.
僕の推しを悪く言うことは許さない。
Don't worry, manager. There's still a chance. There's always there's always that chance that the idol will actually fall in love with one of her fans. It's happened before.
はいはいはいはい。
The manager started to cheer like he was at a concert or whatever for whatever reason.
僕の思いはプライスレス。
He always has his glow sticks. He always carries his glow sticks, huh?
はいはいはいはい。
I felt both respect and grief for the manager at the outpouring of love he felt toward his favorite idol. This guy was brutal to deal with.
あ、そうだ、遠野くん。
What is it? The manager sure changed gears quickly.
明日から2週間松本くんが休養で休みなんだよね。
Oh god, that doesn't sound good. For real? It was going to be rough having such spotty coverage during our late night shift.
悪いけど、明日からは夜の方に回れる日はお願いできない？
Oh god. Night shift, huh? Wait, no, that's good. That means that's a packed schedule. This is the excuse he could make for him to actually join a club. But, you know, where would the study time fit? I was worried whether or not I'd have enough hours left in the day to study. See?
もちろんバイト代は深夜手当にさらに上乗せさせてもらうよ。
I'll stick with you as long as I live, manager. Okay, I was like, which sentence is he saying? I rubbed my hands together in a subservient manner. What? If changing my schedule meant a pay bump, then that was a whole different story. One of the hate scenes are in this office. Excuse me?
遠野くんって現金だよね。
Don't spoil that one of the characters is going to work here.
遠野チーフ。
One of the love interests. A fellow part-timer poked her head in with a timid look on her face. Yes? I'm on break right now.
私もそうお伝えしたんですけど、お客様のご指名なんです。
God damn it. We don't have a system like that at this shop, do we? What are we, a host club? What were we, a host club?
遠野くん、言ってあげて。
Wait. they're going to be a pain to deal with.
そういうお客さんだからこそベテランの遠野くんでね。
He put his hands together and begged me. Not like he gave me much choice. Fine, I'll take care of it and send them off as fast as possible. I cracked my knuckles.
遠野チーフ、顔怖いです。スマイルでお願いします。
Not to worry. Once I'm out on the floor, a smile naturally comes to my face. There's money to be made out here, you know? I smiled like some new age deity. I quickly fixed my hair and went out onto the floor. In doing so, I slapped on the finest, fakest smile I could muster.
すごい。あれが接客のプロなんですね。私も見習わないと。
Probably not. Probably shouldn't.
ああ、いいところだけ見習ってね。
Yeah. Sorry to have kept you waiting. I'm Tono.
どうして部室に来てくれなかったんだよ。
Well. Oh, it's you. Exhausting. It was enough to make my customer service smile retract.
今日はお前が部活に来るって言うから楽しみにしてたのに。今日も女子ばっかで怖 怖かったんだぞ。
That sounds like a dream come true. I know what you. Never mind. Nah, I'm not going. I have work too.
それでも言うなら俺のために来てくれると信じてたんだ。
There was no chance I was going to miss work for that. Especially since I needed to work for a living. Why are you why are you in the negative volunteer collective why are you in the volunteer collective at all?
俺は社会に貢献したいんだ。
I think working is contributing to society. Well, wasn't he diligent? This guy, seriously. He was a good guy, but sometimes he could be a royal pain in the ass. Says you? What? I guess you'll just have to brace yourself and give it your all. Give it all you've got.
でも女子は怖い。すぐ俺を騙そうとするから。
I don't think Kashima's that kind of person.
ああ、部長のことは俺も信頼してる。問題は部活してる時に寄ってくる他の女子だ。
Did they do something to you?
今日もゴミ拾いしてたら偽のラブレターを3通ももらった。
Yeah, phony. I'm telling you, those are definitely real.
言う、お前まで騙されるな。俺なんかを好きになる女子なんているわけないだろ。
Like I said, I'm glad that he's not the main character. Or so the handsome guy shouted at the top of his lungs. Russell, Russell. In doing so, several male patrons shot him a dirty look. Quit wrecking the mood in the restaurant. Well, this should only be given when you talk to people first, right? I'm so confused. What? This wasn't some demonic luxury liner.
え？俺何か変なこと言ったか？
I said it sounds sarcastic when a hot person claims to be unpopular. Anyway, try to be more confident in yourself. Try to have more confidence in yourself. Everything will go more smoothly for you if you do.
無理だ。それだけは自信を持って言える。
I know you. Maybe you should take some advice to heart. Take some of that advice to heart too. Try to be more positive. Everything will work out better for you if you do. If you are. That's not something you should be confident in. I tried like hell to pry Shinji off me as he clung to my waist.
ボランティア部に入ってくれよ。
I told you I have to work and study. I've told you that over and over again, every single day.
わかった。金なら出そう。
Oh?
俺がお前を買おう。
Huh? This is some BL shit! Get fuck off! Wait. Russell.
あのイケメンが男の子買うって。
He's never gonna beat the BL allegations.
あっちの子もなかなかイケてるし、ありよりのありね。
Some of the more seemingly degenerate female customers who are getting the wrong idea about our relationship. Don't try to buy friendship with money.
友情じゃない。
Huh?
それを超えた愛情だ。
That's even worse. What the hell? Get your face away from my crotch. Come on, back off.
逃げちゃダメだ。逃げちゃダメだ。
Aren't you clearly the one who's running away? I pushed my stubborn friend's face away for dear life.
俺と部活で青春してくれ。
I don't want to hear you going on about youth too. Shinji and I got into an altercation out on the house floor. I got an earful from the manager after all that was said and done. Brutal. I had no idea whether or not this particular event would lead me down a road of to happiness. I'm sure it'll work out. You know, if you be more positive.
駆け抜け青春スパーキング
What a transition.
おはよう、お兄ちゃん。
Oh my god. Yeah, it was the day after I had reunited with Hibiki. My drowsy greeting transitioned into a yawn.
挨拶が雑。妹に対する愛が感じられないよ。
Why is her belly button... Never mind. It was like any other day in the Tono household, and we started things off with my little sister Ritsu getting mad at me. Listen up, Ritsu. I'm going to teach you an important lesson.
何、お兄ちゃん。
Don't believe in love. It's nothing but an illusion.
じゃあ、お兄ちゃんは何を信じてるの？
Good question. I thought about it. If there was anything in this world I could believe in, it was... my account balance? I was gonna say money the joke!
もう、朝から生々しい話はやめてよ。
My sister huffed in frustration. Why? Big brother just taught her the truth of this world, number 2. This was a legit truth.
ほら、ご飯冷めちゃうから、早く顔洗って髪溶かして。
No sweat. I'll knock it all out in no time once I'm done eating. I planned on brushing my teeth after I ate breakfast regardless.
もう、妹だからって気を抜きすぎだよ。私だって女の子なんだよ。
Don't worry, Ritsu. I'm the same as I've always been. And no woman's going to change that. I didn't have the time to spare for love anyway.
よ。もう。
It's fine. Let's just eat already. With how much time we've wasted, I could be on my way to school and getting ready for class. The sooner I leave, the better.
さすが学年1位保持者は違うね。
You were ranked 9th last time, right, Ritsu?
私も頑張らないと。
Sorry about this. Even Ritsu was feeling the pressure of our poor financial situation. I really was a worthless older brother. But once I have a little more in savings, you won't need to worry about being a scholarship student anymore.
お兄ちゃんも一緒に辞めるならいいよ。
It won't, unfortunately. There's no way a part-time student could save up that much money. It was all I could manage to supplement my living expenses.
じゃあ、私も辞めない。兄と妹は運命共同体ですから。
Even so,
はい、この話はおしまい。ご飯。
Ritsu cut the conversation short and headed to the kitchen. All I could do was to fall into silence. Ritsu, thank you.
どうぞ、お兄ちゃん。炊きたてだよ。
The amount of the amount of CGs here makes me worried for long spans of visual novel, of this visual novel that won't have CGs. But makes me worry if... Ritsu held out a bowl of rice with a smile. Thank you. The fluffy grains of cooked rice were shining. I took a bite with my chopsticks. Yep, tasty as always.
当然だよ。
Ritsu waited, look smug.
ご飯は水加減が命なんだよ。兄の好みは把握してますから。
My little sister had impressive domestic capabilities. I really was proud of her. The food's as delicious as ever, and you do the laundry and cleaning flawlessly.
でしょ？
You've even given me massages when I'm feeling worn out.
でしょでしょ
The great Ritsu proudly puffed out her chest, or lack thereof. I mean, I really wondered if she would fall out of her chair with how far she was arching her back. I'm sure you and your future husband will be happy.
でしょでしょでしょ
There it is. Ritsu began to flop over backwards. I stood up quickly, reached out and grabbed Ritsu's arm. Caught her in the nick of time.
ありがとう、お兄ちゃん。
What's got you so flustered? We both sat back down.
お兄ちゃんが急に変なこと言うんだもん。
Huh?
焦ったって当然でしょ。兄が悪いです。
My very embarrassed little sister reprimanded me. I don't feel like I said anything strange, though.
だってさらっと意表をついた妹にプロポーズを。
I didn't propose. I wasn't some pervert.
したよ。私はっきりこの耳で聞いたもん。リツと結婚する男は幸せだな。
That is what he said, but that doesn't imply that he is the future husband.
なあ、俺に毎日味噌汁を作ってくれないか。キリ。
He definitely didn't say that part.
って言ったもん。
That second part clearly only happened in your imagination. Also, I wasn't the kind of person who would say sound effects out loud.
その辺は妹なりに忖度しました。
Yeah, but I have to. That's not summarizing, that's lying. Where the hell are you going to find a brother who would willingly propose to his little sister? Yeah, Ritsu. Where would you find a brother who would propose to their little sister? Huh? I've definitely never played a visual novel where that's happened before. Literally the first one I streamed. Don't just point at me, Ritsu. I hated being put on the spot like this.
お兄ちゃん言ったよ。子供の時何度も言ってた。りっちゃんかわいい。お嫁さんにしたいって。
Which one was that again? What do you mean, which one was... Fucking... My klutzy Cupid. You shouldn't have taken a joke I made as a kid seriously. I hadn't understood much of anything back then. Back then I assumed love equaled marriage. If that's how you want to interpret it, then I probably said the same thing to Hibiki. Oh. Ritsu, you remember Hibiki?
響ちゃんになら昨日あったけど。
Huh? Seriously?
休み時間にね、頼もうって私のクラスに来てくれたよ。
Where the hell are the Uta H scenes? Good question. I keep forgetting. Sounds about right. That certainly sounded like something she would do. She hasn't really changed much, huh?
うん。むしろパワーアップしてた。
I haven't told her about our parents. I haven't told her about our parents, have you? What?
もちろん話してないよ。話せないよ。
Ritsu shook her head from side to side. She'll probably find out eventually, though.
そうだね。どうしよう。
Don't worry, I'll tell her soon. I would put it as lightly and casually as I could. Mostly so Hibiki wouldn't worry. You could just sidestep the question until then.
了解です、兄上。
You said like you're, you sound like you're straight out of the Edo period. Oh boy. Hmm? Who could it be this early in the morning? It's too early for a Amazon delivery? I felt a sudden immense pressure in the pit of my stomach. I guess I had no choice but to go answer.
私行ってくる。
Mitsu stood up from her seat. Wait, I should go, in this case. I stopped her and stood up myself. If it's some obnoxious door-to-door salesman, I'll send them packing. I start shadowboxing where I stood.
お兄ちゃん、ストレス溜まってるよね。穏便にね。
As I listened to my sister's murmurings, I pressed the receiver button on the intercom. Yes, can I help?
あ、やっと出た。おはよう、ゆう。
Wow, who would have guessed it would have been Hibiki? Oh, it's you.
そう、私だったのよ。
I have too much time to... You have too much time, on...
遊び。
Yep. Let's leave it at that. See you. I quickly retracted my hand from the telecom receiver.
お兄ちゃん、何だったの？
Just some prankster. And that prankster was Kohinata Hibiki.
まただよ。
Damn. I should have known that wouldn't have worked. I would have preferred to have a peaceful morning if I could. I pressed the button on the intercom once more.
ゆう、勝手に切るなんてひどいじゃないの。せっかく可愛い幼馴染が迎えに来てあげたのに。あんたね、王道パターンというものを分かって。
I get it. I apparently had to go to school with my adorable childhood friend this morning. This particular arrangement didn't feel the least bit traditional to me. Wow.
いい潮風ね。涼しい。
The sound of the waves.
帰ってきたって感じだわ。ああ、ちょっと響ちゃん、よそ見して危ないよ。平気よ、これくらい。
Hibiki smiled from her skateboard as her hair fluttered in the wind. Who went to school on a skateboard? She was the same free-spirited childhood friend she had always been. Really shouldn't ride that thing anymore.
なんでよ。風見学園は自由な校風が売りなんでしょ？校則にもスケボー通学禁止って書いてなかったし。
As if they would itemize everything in that much detail. Wouldn't that make the student handbook as dense as a legal compendium?
それにしてもさ、こうして3人で並んでるのも懐かしいわね。うん、あの頃も楽しかったよね。
For real?
楽しかったよ。ほら、ミツは美しい思い出のままじゃない。
Huh? That was pretty far off from how I remembered it. Ritsu, what did you do with Hibiki back then?
たくさん遊んでくれたよ。新しい遊びを教えてくれたり、いじめられてる子を助けてくれたり。響ちゃん、私たちのヒーローだったんだよ。当たり前のことしただけよ。
For all her talk, she sure looked smug about it. Ritsu was all smiles too, so it must have been true. Hibiki did all of that.
何よ、その顔。ユウともたくさん遊んだじゃない。
You got all the younger boys to follow you around, didn't you? In some ways, I often felt like she only tolerated me because of my relationship to Ritsu.
リツと遊ぶときは女の子ばっかりだったわよ。そうだね。男の子はいなかったかな。
Really?
一緒に遊ぶ男の子は言うくらいだったわ。
Extremely, extremely. Why?
そんなの決まってるじゃない。ユウが一番仲良しだったし、ユウと一緒が一番楽しかったからよ。
You did? She smiled as she said that, and I felt my cheeks grow hot. Hibiki really was a straightforward person.
それなのに、ユウってば私のこと忘れちゃってるんだもん。
I told you. I'm really sorry about that.
え、お兄ちゃんそれはひどいよ。でしょ？ひどいわよね。この町で過ごしたこと、私はずーっと覚えてたのにな。
She handled her skateboard well and pushed a little ahead of us. Then she gazed off to the side. Where's your best?
あの鳥、懐かしい。
Where's your best girl ranking? Well, I haven't seen all of the girls yet. So, how can I rank them? I followed her line of sight toward the ocean. When you meet Shiori is good. Yeah. Shiori. Out in the sea stood a single deteriorating wooden structure commonly known as a Torii Gate. I'd heard Shinto shrine. I had heard a Shinto shrine had once resided there a long time ago. The Torii Gate was now a remnant. It was essentially a tourist attraction, but it was a sight Ritsu and I were used to seeing.
ねえ、ユウは知ってるよね。
About what?
あの鳥居の伝説よ。
I think it was something about a treasure buried beneath it. That's just some silly rumor, so don't get any funny ideas. From the last time I nearly drowned with Hibiki flashed back into my mind. That time had been one majorly close call.
そっちじゃないって。もう一つの方。カップルが二人であの鳥居まで泳げたら結ばれるって。
That's also another unfounded rumor.
なんでよ。そんなことわかんないじゃん。
It's just weird.
どういうこと？
If they're a couple, then aren't they already together? I gave her an honest point of view on the subject.
そうじゃなくて、結婚するって意味じゃないかな。
No, we don't need the sensitive label. You just need to shut the fuck up about climate change. I didn't say anything about it, okay? You're the one bringing it up.
そうそう。人生レベルで結ばれるってことなのよ。
Yikes, what was that? Hang on. No. Getting married cost money, so I would count it. So count me out. As far as I was concerned, marriage was the tomb of life, and I wasn't interested. More importantly, I wasn't strong enough to bear the weight of another person's life on my shoulders.
ユウ、私と結婚したいって言ったくせに。
Well,
お兄ちゃん、それ本当？お兄ちゃん、私と結婚するって言ったじゃない。ちょっと、リツはユウの妹じゃないの？兄弟なのよね。
no, they're step siblings. It's fine.
ユウ、どうしてリツにそんなこと？
No, she's just lying.
お兄ちゃん、私というものがありながら、どうして響ちゃんがユウに結婚したいって言われたなんて言ってるの？
Well...
ユウ？お兄ちゃん、どういうことなの？
My childhood friend and little sister were both glaring at me. It seemed my morning was off to a brutal start as I listened to them questioning me in stereo. I can hear them always in stereo. Both of you should stop bringing up old promises.
女の子はね、そういうのずーっと忘れないの。うんうん。
Well... Are you for real? Talk about brutal.
その口癖やめなさいって言ったでしょ？まだ修正できてないみたいね。
She pinched my cheek. I can say the same about you.
何がよ。
You were always so quick to get physical with just like you did now. She pulled her hand back with an embarrassed look on her face. Do something about those violent tendencies of yours and then maybe I'll consider it. She glared daggers at me and appeared visibly frustrated.
ハッピーロードには試練が必要よね。
What are you talking about?
私が作り出すわ。ハッピーロードに向かうための試練をね。もしもし、ナギ？うん、悪いけど今すぐ来て。ユウがね、私とリツに結婚の約束を。
Hey! Her violent tendencies were going to put me in the hospital, but now she was going on about this road to happiness nonsense. I panicked and snatched Tibiki's phone out of her hands. Is this Kaido? Good no, there's no way I'd ever get into a fight with Hibiki. Everything is fine, really. Yes, good luck during your morning training. Yes, thank you. I ended the conversation and phone call as quickly as possible. It was in that moment when my back broke into an awful sweat. I let out a huge sigh. Why would you call someone so dangerous first thing in the morning?
ナギはいい先輩じゃん。
She is, but that doesn't make her any less of a pain for me. She had forced me to join her in sparring practice when we were kids. She had good intentions and said it would make me stronger. I still wished an Aikido expert wouldn't spar with an amateur for 8 hours straight, though.
そっか。ユウ、そんなにナギが苦手だったんだ。いいこと聞いちゃった。
I couldn't say I was a fan of the horrendous grin on my childhood friend's face. What are you plotting?
ナギ、アクティブ入ってくれたんだよね。
Well, that's just more reason for why he shouldn't. Huh?
私が頼んでもダメなら、ナギに説得してもらおうかな。
Resorting to force. Her ulterior meaning was just plain unsavory. Clickling.
あれ？今何か落ちる音が。
It's a 50 yen coin. I dashed straight for the silver coin that shone in the morning sun. All right, score. Oh my god. I picked up the coin. Picked up the coin up from off the side of the road high into the air.
ユウ、あんたなんで音で効果の種類がわかるのよ。
This guy is Jewish. Hibiki and Ritsu stood flabbergasted about 30 meters away. 30 meters away. Can't everyone do that?
わかんないわよ。
Each coin denomination was made out of different materials and had its own unique weight and shape. It had nothing to it was normal to be able to tell them apart by sound. Listen up. The coins that make a high-pitched clear sound are... Click-cling, click-cling. Just then, I heard 2 clear sounds. Whoa. Yeah! That was 200 yen coins just now. This time I broke into a sprint.
お兄ちゃんちょっとユウ
I couldn't hear their voices anymore. I kept walking forward, drawn in by the 2 coins. Not more. What's going on? Where's all this money coming from? I ran and picked up various coins along the way until I reached the academy. Bro, he was fucking lured to the academy by a trail of coins. And yet the sound of coins never stopped. Is there a hole in someone's purse or something? I picked up over 2,000 yen in total. Why hadn't anyone noticed this? Why hadn't anyone noticed it yet? Why hadn't you noticed how suspicious this is? Wow, it just keeps going. As weird as the situation was, I couldn't ignore money when it was right in front of me. The destitute Yu Tono knew painfully well the value of money. Money was precious. No. Money is priceless. Okay, dude. I headed into the school while I picked up coins. This is all of them. Huh? When suddenly a certain classroom caught my attention. There on the floor, I spotted 500 yen coins. I spotted a 500 yen coin. What's this? No, man, it's a trap! I furiously leapt into that classroom. It was there I found...
おはようございます、トーノくん。
Fuck!
やっぱりついてきましたね。
When I turned around, Kashima had closed the clubroom door when with her hands behind her back.
ボランティア部にようこそ。
Crap. It had all been a trap to draw me in. This was your scheme, huh, President?
だって、普通にお誘いしても来てくれませんから。
That's because he has fucking work! What do you mean? What?
そこでお金に汚い。もといい、大切にするトーノくんの特性を利用してお越しいただきました。
Yeah, he's very book smart, but when it comes to spotting a fucking suspicious trap, not so much. You're really showing your true colors. You should learn the saying, the ends justify the means. Kashima was going to have a rough time when she finally went out into society.
わかってますよ。私だって普段はそうしてます。ただ、トーノくんにはしたくないので。
Isn't the way you're handling me kind of sloppy? I wish she would treat me like any other person.
え、そういう意味じゃないんですけど。
How did you mean it then?
ですから、本音を隠さない、近しい。って、そんなこと簡単に言えませんよ。
Kashima shouted. In a rare turn, she'd lost her composure. She always had a reliable, veritable president persona to her too. Well, whatever. It's true that I often ramble on about money. I'm a cold-hearted person who turns down his classmates' invitations to prioritize work instead. I wonder why.
いいえ、トーノくんは冷たくなんかありません。
Kashima said definitively.
ちょっと付き合いが悪くて。 学生なのに青春をやけに毛嫌いしてて。
Not the youth again.
お金に執着しすぎてますけど。
Well, maybe not that part. That's not a bad thing.
だけど、とってもいい人です。
What part of that makes me sound wonderful? Did Kashima actually hate me? Brutal. Enough. That's enough. I'm tired of the lectures and complaints. I'm going to class. Let me by. I said to Kashima, who stood in front of the door.
いいえ、どきません。
Kashima held out her arms to block my path. What are you trying to accomplish?
ズバリ、遠野くんの構成です。
Hibiki wanted to correct my behavior, and Kashima wanted to rehabilitate me. Why am I being treated like a criminal?
私は真面目に話をしてるんです。りっちゃんも、遠野くんのこと心配してるんですよ。
She's always been a worrywart. Just ignore her.
私だって心配なんです。遠野くんを見ていて、辛いんです。遠野くん、毎日すっごく無理してますよね。
Nope, not at all. Whatsoever. Not even a little. I'm as easygoing as ever, with breathing room to spare. I bluffed by imitating a certain underclassman of mine.
嘘を言わないでください。毎日あれだけバイトをしているのに、テストは毎回学年1位。
Yeah, he's kind of forced to.
無理をしていないわけがありません。
I'm just a genius. Nobody's burning out over here. Another bluff. I didn't mean to word it. I didn't mean a word of it.
目の下にクマができてますけど。
These are eyeshadow.
いつも寝癖の遠野くんがメイクなんてするわけないじゃないですか。
Huh? Do I always have bedhead?
気がつかなかったんですか？
I always tried to fix it before leaving the house. I wished Ritsu had pointed that out at least.
りっちゃん、いくら注意しても、髪なんて生えてればいいんだって。と、スルーされるだけなので、諦めたそうです。
Are you serious? I was half asleep when I left for school. I'd better be more careful going forward.
遠野くんだって、本当はもっと楽しい学園生活を送りたいんですよね。青春を謳歌したいんですよね。素直になってください。
I appreciate the thought, Kashima, but I've got my reasons.
事情ですか？
I've mentioned this to you before, but Ritsu and I don't have parents. I have to work to ensure we make ends meet. I have to maintain good grades, otherwise I'll lose my qualification for tuition exemption. Can't risk that. I looked straight into Kashima's eyes.
はい。その話は前にも聞きました。でも、りっちゃんに聞いたんですが、実は。
Kashima? I don't know what you heard from Ritsu, but please don't elaborate. I said flatly. Her expression faintly darkened. I felt a little guilty, but I couldn't cave on this, and my pride was also on the line.
では、せめて私の腕前を見るだけでもお願いできませんか？
Skills?
今度、ボランティア部で施設訪問をするんです。その時、手品を子供たちに見せてあげたいんですよ。きっと、喜んでくれると思うんです。ダメですか？
Her upturned eyes met mine. I couldn't really turn her down when she put it that way. She had mentally driven me into a corner. Kashima was a terrifying girl. Fine, but only for a little while.
ありがとうございます。
A smile spread across Kashima's entire face. It conveyed her pure kindness, without a single speck of malice. It's like the light of... it's like the light from the Holy Mother. That halo was... that halo, it was dazzling.
何を言ってるんですか、師匠。
Oh, nothing. Just daydreaming. Probably. Or maybe an illusion created by my own heart. What kind of magic is it?
もちろん、遠野くんとの出会いのきっかけになった、無敵のポーカーです。
What? Unrivaled poker was a magic trick that made you sure to win. That made you sure to win against any opponent. Made sure you win against any opponent. It was relatively elementary. However, it demanded nimble fingers. Got it. Show me what you've got.
はい、私の練習の成果、見てください。
If you're going to go through all the effort, try not to beat. Then try to beat me.
手加減抜きでお願いします。
You've got it. For all her talk, I had no plans to beat Kashima. This was magic who performed for little kids. There was no need to strive for perfection. It was all okay in my book, so long as she was successful.
師匠、なんか緊張感がありませんけど。
She could read me like a book.
私もマジックのために読心術を学んでいることをお忘れなく。
Wouldn't you be upset if I won, though?
そういう優しさが時に人を傷つけるんです。
Right. That was the perfect stock phrase for her to lecture me with.
わかりました。わかりましたとも。
Huh?
師匠が真剣になるためです。この一戦、師匠には大切なものをかけてもらいます。
I was caught directly in her tense gaze.
私が勝ったら、ボランティア部に入部してください。
Fuck. There it was. And if I win?
拾ったお金は全部差し上げます。あと、私を好きにしてください。
Excuse me? Her remark was so impactful it threw me into a coughing fit. When you say I could do with you as I please, does that mean my eyes just happened to fall to Kashima's body? Her finely textured hair, along with her slender outstretched arms. Her trembling glossy peach-colored lips. Her voluptuous thighs that peeked from beneath her skirt. And the pair of sizable bulges that looked unbelievably soft even through her uniform. This wasn't something to say that this early in the game, but Kashima was exceptionally gorgeous. The idea that I could do as I liked with her. Gulp. I didn't.
遠野くんの代わりに掃除当番でも日直でも何でもします。
Oh, that's what you meant. Okay, understood. I felt relieved, but some part of me was a little disappointed. Yeah, I wonder which part.
他にどんなことをさせるつもりだったんですか？
Kashima peered at my face with her serene eyes. Stop! Don't look at me, Kashima! Don't look at someone as dirty as me with those innocent eyes. I covered my face with both hands.
どうして赤くなってるんですか？
Never mind. Deal the cards already. I plunked down on my chair in an attempt to play it off.
変な遠野くんです。
With her head tilted in doubt, she sat down and put the cards on the desk. We each had 5 cards in front of us.
お互いの大切なものをかけて、真剣に勝負しましょう。
Her Adelaide was quite magnificent. It gave me a glimpse into how much she had practiced, and her level of determination. Yeah.
では、
Kashima looked at her own cards, and I took a look at mine, and noticed a 10 of clubs and a 10 of spades, along with the queen and king of spades. Finally, a joker. That already gave me a guaranteed 3 of a kind. I maintained my poker face and peered up at Kashima, or rather, observed her. Her face may as well have also been a Noah mask. What? A picture-perfect example of a poker face. However, I'll exchange them all. I put all my cards down on the desk.
全部ですか?
Her huge eyes opened up even wider. She was astonished. No reason I can't, right?
それはもう。
I mean, he knows the trick. He knows the magic trick, right? Like, obviously. What about you?
私はこのままで。
Not exchanging any. You have that good of a hand from the start. Is it a straight or something?
さあ、どうでしょう。
Kashima's cheeks turned red as she looked away. There's that reaction of yours. I'll consider it a flush.
見ないでください。
Kashima got all flustered and face downward. Her poker face was beginning to crumble. Now then, I placed my cards onto the deck. Now that they were discarded, I collected 5 new cards. I've made my exchange. Now you're on.
わかりました。
Ladies first. Go ahead.
どうですか?
Kashima's hand was a straight flush from a 9 of hearts to a king. I realized now she had a good hand. I've got something like this. I showed my hand. I placed a 10, Jack, Queen, and King of Spades on the table, along with a joker. A royal straight flush. Bro, he got the best hand in the game. Actually, if you consider suits, I think diamond is... I think it's diamond, or well, it's either spade or diamond, then it'd be hearts, club, or club heart, respectively.
そんな、おかしいです。遠野くんは、スペードのクイーンもキングも、ジョーカーも捨てたはず。
Yes, that's what I led you to think. I spread out the deck of cards and explained. Kashima, you lost for 3 reasons. You planted powerful spade cards and a joker in the bait and gave, in the bait you gave me. When I discarded my joker, you didn't check to make sure I actually discarded all 5. Oh, so you cheated!
まさか、捨てたふりですか?
Yep. Also, your biggest mistake. Remember how you took your eyes off me when you pulled away? Do you believe I was honest at the time and only took 5 cards off the top? The way she played it, I could draw all the cards I liked.
もしかして、
Ah!
あの時の会話は
Christ. Okay, let's see, right? Can I go back? I can. Experience it again. Use the jump function through the backlog. Okay, fuck you. Why do I get an achievement for that?
もしかして、あの時の会話は
You're just too amiable. Amiable. Yeah. I use that to throw you off balance.
乾杯です。
By cheating. She put down her cards and warily hung her head.
さすがは、私のマジックのお師匠様ですね。
Yeah, that's why you keep calling him master. I told you I'm not your master. I had given up magic at this point. This was a hobby that had long since slipped away from my hands. Unrivaled poker is based on how you, on who can cheat best, right? No! It's based off who can bluff the best. Most hands are going to be shit. Right? So the best way to play the game is reading your opponents and bluffing. Yeah, or cheat. No. Tell me, why did you create the Volunteer Collective? Knowing you, I'm sure you could have picked something more fun or interesting. She was attractive and had excellent grades. What's more, I'd heard that she was the daughter of an affluent company president. Household rules, that is how they played, plus magic is... Why are you talking about their game? You said poker, not their. You weren't specifying which. You weren't specifying their game of poker. Of course, it's based off cheating when you're talking about magic. They fucking shuffled it. She shuffled it in a way where she gave him a very competent hand and gave herself the almost best hand in the game. She could have given herself a royal flush, right? But royal straight flush, but for some reason she didn't think about doing that. She could have enjoyed the youth of a modern-day girl to the fullest.
私の夢なんです。
The volunteer?
いつか、世界中の子供たちを笑顔にしたいんです。
She isn't as skilled. No, she's still very... She is skilled. That's how she got a... That's how she was able to get a royal straight flush without having to exchange cards. It's just that... He's better. By cheating. He cheated. That's how he was able to get a better hand.
子供たちと関わる大人たちも皆さんを笑顔にしたい。
If he didn't cheat, he wouldn't have gotten a better hand. That's a pretty big dream. That is how magic works. That wasn't... What you did wasn't magic. They were Shut... What are you... Fuck off! They were magic dueling. What the fuck? Was she seriously aiming to be Mother Riri? I was normally surprised by her declaration.
私もトーノ君の夢をお聞きしたいです。
Naturally surprised. Well, Kashmir cheated too. Well, yeah, that's why she couldn't call him out. She couldn't call him out on cheating, but I don't think... What he did wasn't magic. What he did was... manipulation. Yeah, let's go with that. Huh? My dream? Basis of who can cheat the best. Yes. Her inquiry sent a harsh pang directly into my heart. My dream was be permanently employed as either a civil servant or at a company with a good work-life balance.
それは夢ではなくて安定なのではないでしょうか。
let's say my dream is stability then. I sidestepped her remark.
てっきり世界的なマジシャンだと思ってました。
As if, especially at my current skill level. Do you know how much of, and do you know how much a magician makes? Barely anything.
でも、遠野くんのマジック、とっても素敵でしたから。
It's just a hobby of, it's just a hobby for me.
入学式の日は、遠野くんのことを魔法使いだって本気で思いました。
Can't be serious.
ですよね。魔法使いなんているわけないのに。
Magicians, huh? It's possible I'd believe in things like that if I were an innocent child.
それで、
They applied magic and cheating into one of their games. Yeah.
負けた私は、何をすればいいですか？
Drop down and give me 20. I was already fully set on cleaning and day duties. There wasn't anything in particular I wanted her to do for me at the moment. Wait, actually, there was something. Please keep taking care of my best friend for me. I asked her to take care of Shinji. And what a fucking... Also, I'll give this back. Don't drop these anymore. I placed my cards and all of the coins I had picked up onto the table.
それでいいんですか？今までと何も変わりませんけど。
Well then, will you head to the classroom, President?
遠野くん。
We left the negative clubroom together. I may or may not be tired. I fucking woke up late, right? Oh, actually, no. It's because I woke up early. Too early, in fact. New girl coming up. Well, you have to wait until next time. Which will be not next stream. New girl coming. It's not next stream because next stream we'll be playing Hollow Cure because 0.7 comes out fucking today, and I'm too tired to stream it. And yeah, fuck. Yeah. Either way, thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, a follow would be appreciated. If you want to support me further, you could always subscribe. How could I do best girl ranking when I haven't seen all of the girls? That's not how it works. Please? Okay. Best girl ranking. Ritsu first, Riri second, Hibiki third. There. Either way, next stream we'll be playing Hollow Cure on Monday, right? But until then, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, good night, and maybe next time I won't be as tired. Bye bye.